nsonga ya statements ez'enjawulo mu interviews ez'okubiri. His statements.
It's okay. No problem. Those are you.
As the custodian of our minutes, while he was reading the minutes, did he find any resolution in the minutes? Because he's the one who is our secretary, which says that the council has given the Nakivubo channel to Ham Enterprises. I want to get that credit from the ED, whether he has seen anything of that kind on the minutes he writes.
Speaker, I will review the minutes and make my comments. I have not read them to that point.
Honorable Waswa.
Thank you so much. Jay representing the people of Makinde East. Madam Speaker, I heard it very well when the ED was speaking, talked about the process which is ongoing of an application of which was given to PPC, Fiscal Planning Committee. I would like to know through you, Madam Speaker, if the ED can produce before the council so that we can also have a look of that application that he has just talked about, which was submitted to PCC, to Fiscal Planning Committee. Thank you.
Me, this is a concern to the technical wing. Because you see, Madam Speaker, much as it's not in our function or responsibility to issue criminal summons, I would love the ED to tell us, because this is the same person who was with Jubula, is the same person now, is with Nakivubo. Can't we, the technical wing, what step have you taken so that this person is charged in the courts of law? Because we cannot continue to go with such a person. We know he's a state operative, and I know you are after your job, but I mean, this has to be on record. We cannot allow harm to continue this illegal construction when we are looking. Yes, it may not be in our mandate, but as the technical, through the legal department, please, can you take a step and open up criminal charges against harm?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I do second that we are not here to fight people's wars. We know our roles as councillors, and we know the reason why we are here. We have our names to protect, and we have a party to protect. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I second.
Motion that JMCA has problems. It is very evident that the institution has problems, and these problems are not ending today. Madam Speaker, I cannot imagine the executive director, the custodian of the institution, informing this house that he has never looked at the minutes that we discussed. This is terrible. Madam Speaker, the controversies first and foremost arise from the office of the executive director. Secondly, the controversies arise from SEC. These members of SEC were there in that meeting. We had them in the meeting. But they never, there is nowhere on record where they disagreed with the resolutions of council. Madam Speaker, the question for us to answer is about the controversies that are going around. In my opinion, the controversies are around intrigue, greed, and selfishness.
These people, first and foremost, the office of the SEC and the Lord Mayor expected to use us as a rubber stamp. And some of us are not ready for that. They wanted us to endorse everything that they brought in that report. You remember them asking us to arrest some people, which is not our mandate, and there was no evidence to that. They were asking us to demolish. That is not our work, and there was no evidence to that effect. They wanted us to cancel land titles. Since when did we become? And because of the selfishness and greed, guns were turned against council.
Order.
And I think we are not here for that. We are not here to fight other people's wars. I've heard and I've seen the Lord Mayor on TV saying Ham has taken over the entire town. That is not our business. We have seen other people in this country taking over everywhere, but I've never heard the Lord Mayor complaining about it. And what is happening now, most of the time we are here, the Lord Mayor is complaining about Ham. For us, I've never met Ham. By the way, I've not even smelled him. I don't know how. But there is that urge of urging us always to fight Ham. Madam Speaker, this is none of our business. We are sent here to do different things, not to fight people's individual wars. And I think, to me, this should stop, and council should not be used as a rubber stamp. I beg to move.
Section 3. Meetings of the council. The executive director shall cause to be recorded and kept minutes of all meetings of the council in a form approved by the council. So ED, at least we know that you know what transpired. For record and for the good of the public, please, did you see anywhere that council gave out Nakivubo channel to any developer?
Right Honourable Speaker, thank you for this opportunity. I take exception of the comments that have been made, and I want to state that I received the invitation to come to this special council while I was chairing the technical planning committee, which is still ongoing. However, when I heard that the council is composed and ready to move, I came so that I will support this council. You refer to a matter that is of specific nature, minutes of council, that I will not be able to comment on to fully in detail without referring to them. I therefore want to state that what I have put on record, that I am not able to comment about the issues of CAF, is a position that I hold for the good of the authority.
Thank you.
Right Honourable Speaker, I have a motion to move.
You have a motion?
Yes.
Please.
Right Honourable Speaker, my motion is, in light of what has transpired today, there are two motions I'm moving. One, since the ED
management who is charged with enforcement should proceed. Management, they are the ones in charge of enforcing law and order. They should proceed and arrest Mr. Chigundu and prosecute him for carrying out illegal construction there. I move.
Honorable Angel Kwagala. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to send with amendments.
Which one?
The amendment I'm giving, first and foremost, we are not supposed to deal with legal matters. Those are technical things. We are not going to pronounce ourselves over that, but let's follow the right procedure. I beg to submit.
Thank you.
Has failed to confirm the true record as stated. It is still my humble prayer. We requested the Lord Mayor to withdraw those statements. My mother may get a heart attack in the event that she believes these things are still true. We just request kindly, just the way someone uttered statement sometime, and we corrected the record. We said the Lord Mayor is not a block of land, we have to take that off record. I request that he sees it to his heart that these people were sacrificing because of the minor statements you made. We will want most of them. So if there is any remorse probably in your heart, you could still clarify to the public that we did not settle.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I have here with me the minutes that were sent to me. If I may be permitted to cite only 3 resolutions for your own interpretation. Number 1, resolution number 7, that cases.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
These are resolutions of this council.
Your protections.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to draw the attention of the House to Section 14B of the KCCA Act. Section 14B, among the various roles of the City Executive Committee, number 1 is to ensure implementation of council programs and those decisions that have been passed by the House. Now, it's in that vein that I pose a question.
We are not safe.
Just got disappointed on 2 things, with the 2 things here. First of all, I came to this council sitting with a view that we are going to find a solution to the illegal activities going on around the drainage channel, Nakivubo. That's what specifically brought me to this council, that we get a solution to the madness going on downtown around the Nakivubo channel. That's what brought me here. And that's why I moved the motion at the tail end of the proceeding that can we, amongst all the resolutions that we have passed, have one single resolution to salvage our drainage channel by, first of all, putting a halt or a moratorium on all the processes of approving his plans by the Physical Planning Committee, which is chaired by the DEB, was seated in that meeting, Mr. Benin Chigeni. And the Building Control Committee should not proceed with approval of those plans. 2, and most importantly, now that we have established and confirmed without any shade of doubt that whatever is going on is being done outside the law. Ham has no approved plan, Ham has no NEMA certificate, Ham has nothing. Therefore, can we cause his arrest and prosecution? Just like we do it as an institution. Because we had management here who are charged with enforcement of law and order. We have our own ordinances and laws in place, which are supposed to be enforced by the institution of KCC. So just a pronouncement by this council. That's all I needed. A pronouncement that Ms. Chigundu be arrested and prosecuted on account of perpetrating those illegalities and grabbing our drainage channel without any color of right and cordoning it off and purporting to carry out those developments without the sanctioning of the institution of KCCA. Again, are they going to accuse me of anything? Because the council ended on that note. It was like a bombshell. Said, we are not going to fight personal wars. You seem to be chanting harm. You have personal vendetta against which personal vendetta when is finishing all our assets, just taking everything on silver platter. That drainage channel has been there for centuries. Now it's going to be private property. And Ham will even have to put it in his will. I've said this time and again that upon death, my son so and so, or he has Mr. Chigundu, will inherit this property, or his daughters. So it is becoming a private property. And we are saying, look, it's a very simple thing. Let's have him arrested and prosecuted. Just like all these other people have been subjected to the same treatment. They said, we're not going to fight your personal wars. We're not going to witch hunt and harm. When actually is taking over everything, starting with Nachivo Stadium, Parker Yard, Jugula Channel. Now he's descending on Nachivo Settlement because they have collapsed it. They are taking Nachivo Buru. He's taking over St. Bali Kudembe. So that Woro corridor finished. And Nakivubo Channel, for your information, comprises of 9 kilometers. 9 kilometers. And it is 72 acres. All that land purportedly given to him by Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And the other thing is, I didn't want them to sound defensive because it was not about this ping pong and whatnot. Because the resolutions are here. I wanted them to rescind this resolution that they had earlier on made. Because it's problematic. I wanted them to recall it, to rescind it. The resolution, this is a resolution of 3rd April, and it was officially communicated to me by the Speaker. I have here this communication, the covering letter from the Speaker and the resolutions itself. And the resolution number 7, I can read it for you. KCCA partners with credible and able local investors within the respective areas to develop and upgrade the state drainage system in view of the fact that funding from the central government and the donors was declining. Self-explanatory. We had also recommended that Ham, who had initially commenced illegal constructions without to approve the plan, and the charge sheet to that effect had been prepared by the KCCA, be prosecuted, be arrested and prosecuted. This was a recommendation which was rejected. We also asked for an omnibus moratorium on all processes going on to alienate drainage channels and wetlands, because this is 11. I can read it in full. I can read it verbatim. The recommendation that a moratorium be put on all processes of giving out titles by KCCA or Kampala District Land Board to individual developers on drainage corridors and wetlands, and where possible, commence legal action to ensure that the already existing titles are cancelled, was rejected. That was their resolution. And we want to have all these titles rejected, even those ones they are talking about of the Right Honorable Tayewa. The recommendation that the criminal case against Amis Enterprises be reinstated and Amis Chigundu be arrested and prosecuted was rejected. The recommendation that KCCA Physical Planning Committee and Building Committee be directed to stop any further processes of approving Ham Enterprise Limited plan for construction of a Jugula drainage channel or any other development developer seeking to construct huge and permanent structures on drainage channels and wetlands was rejected. This one was also rejected. So, the recommendation that the former acting executive director Frank Nyakana Rusa and other technical officers involved in supporting and facilitating the illegal construction of a Jugula channel be reprimanded and disciplinary action brought against them was rejected. So, these are all. And for your information, by the way, Jugula and Nakivubo, they are all the same. One feeds the other. Anyway, these are the resolutions that were passed, and it would just be fair. I wanted to be, and I just didn't want to get into this kind of ping pong and acrimonious debate and what. Just have these resolutions recalled or cancelled, then we move on. As simple as that. Because we need to protect the public property. We need to protect public assets. We can't allow our assets to just go on silver platter like that. That's all I wanted. Unfortunately, the resolutions have not been recalled. Neither have they again condemned the harm for constructing those illegal structures. Who is condemned? We want to hear you. Who has been condemned instead of condemning Ham? For God and my country.
To apologize.
Issues that come in council where we have no jurisdiction over. It is not within our mandate to direct for an arrest of someone. It is not within our mandate. Yeah.
As the council,
as the council of the authority, we have not spoken about Nakivubo channel, save for today. The council that sat on 3rd of April 2025 does not have any record whatsoever about Nakivubo channel giveaway. We have not discussed that. We have not given any investor authority on Nakivubo channel. We haven't. On record, it is not there. On our answers, it is not there. And it is not good for anyone to compel us to do something that is not within our mandate. It is not. We have said it is not within our mandate, so we cannot do it.
your council bribed for the redevelopment of the channel.
Now when you talk bribing it for what now? To give who what?
To allow Ham Enterprises to develop.
Have you seen any minute allowing Ham Enterprises to build Nakivubo channel? Have you seen it? It is not there. No one has been bribed. That is why we are very confident while speaking to you. No one.
The Lord Mayor quotes minute number 7.
I have talked about minute number 7. And I have said, your journalist, your senior journalist, kindly go through it and tell me that this minute is allowed. Minute number 7 is the one he's quoting. Go through minute number 7. Interrogate it and tell me it was allowed. It was selling in Nakivubo channel. Please, the minutes are here. Minute number 7 is there. Go through it. Seeing my signature on these minutes, it is my mandate. It is only the speaker that signs the minute extract. Whether it was bad or good, I have to sign.
So, Your Worship, for a record, can you read it for us? For a record?
This minute?
Yeah, number 7.
KCCA partners with credible and able local investors within the respective areas to develop and upgrade the city drainage system under the guidance, approval, and supervision of KCCA in view of the fact that funding from the central government and donors was declining. That is minute number 7.
Titetufunangako enguzi yonna era twagala okugamba omuntu yenna alina obujulizi nti ono yali enguzi abutuwe. Ekyokubiri, nze submission yange badde very clear. Hamaze akola ebintu bino si gwe gusoose. Yakola ekintu kyekimu kujjugula, akoze ekintu kimu ku Nakivubo. Tetusobola kusirika nga ffe abakulembeze ng'omusajja akontinuinga with illegalities. That is why mu submission yange ngambye mbadde very clear. Hamu lwaki takwatibwa? Lwaki technical wing tegulako Hamu emisango gya criminal charges? Kubanga omuntu yenna bamukwata nga akoze ekintu ekiri illegal construction afeesinga amateeka. Nkimanyi bulungi nti Hamu state operative. Naye n'aba state operative gweggulawo fayiro ye. Mu gavumenti empya ya NUP zino fayiro zijja kuvaayo. Era tutadde akazito ku technical wing. Twagala kulaba nti Hamu bamugulako emisango mu mangu ddala. Ekyokubiri, agenda ajjewo ebibati bye mu mambiro. Singa tutukona ku enkyanga tenaba kujja ebibati. Ngenda ku mobilizing abantu be Rubaga. Tumakinge nga tugere tujjewo ebibati efa abagero bejjirawo. Bwe baba ba Kampala Central balemeddwa okujjawo ebibati ebyo. Ngenda ku mobilizing abantu bange abe Rubaga ku Lwokuna tugende tujjewo ebibati. Ejjogo tulikooyi. Ndowooza council ebadde very clear ku eyo stand. Nze nganze James Mubiru sina nguzi gye nalindidde. Ekyo njagala kibiro on record. Nganze James Mubiru am a man of integrity sina nguzi yonna gye nalindidde. Era oli bw'aba alina obujulizi bwonna nti Mubiru yali enguzi abuleete abute bowling.
kati tuve mu byaki wabula kati tulabe ku bujulizi